Hello guys, welcome to Youngafricantrep, and guess what again, I am live in the city of Accra to tell another beautiful story of an entrepreneur, a business person, someone so passionate about what he's into. He's been a fashionista, he's been into so many different businesses before he finally found his passion in tech, in auto, in whatever that has to do with cars, vehicles and all that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Youngafricantrep, and I have the COO and Managing Director of Autoprobe Services Limited. Mr. Sesan Ajetomobi is on my show today. A native of Ido-osi, local government area of Ekiti State. He schooled in the eastern part of Nigeria, then later moved to the United Kingdom for his second degree. As if that's not enough, he went to LBS, Lagos Business School, because he's a go-getter, he's business-oriented, he's a self-motivator and a human developer. It's good to have you here, Mr. Sesan Ajetomobi. Arao. I said a little thing about you going into the boutique businesses, into the fashion line business before the auto came into existence. Let's have a quickie about that. Let's talk about it.
Okay, if I tell you about this story, it's quite fascinating.
I want to hear.
When I was living in this country, I think the only way to have an edge is for you to go have your master's, have a second degree and all that. I think that was basically that's one of the reasons most people travel out. So after I had my master's, I got back into the country and I went for multinationals, went for different interviews, and the next thing I get passed by because I'm overqualified.
Nice.
So I'm like, okay, fine. All of a sudden, a friend of mine, a very good friend of mine, just woke me up one morning like, look, AJ, AJ.
Like, yeah, I get you.
AJ, you can't be like this now. You be a guy. What do you suppose I do and everything? Like, go carry enter market, go buy things. People know say you like good things. So you start selling. Even if you never get money, if you don't have money to go into the market, you have some few things you brought from the UK, you can actually start selling. So I tell you this, the first thing I actually sold was my wristwatch.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm like, wow, I can't do this. So then I came in with like 4 bags of not just wristwatches, clothes, whatever they were not all my size though, it was just different sizes that I see on sales and whatever it is. Actually did brought them in to give out to people like, this guy is back from the UK, at least you know to give things out. So I'd already given out I think a bag, so I still had like 2 big bags there. I'm not giving anybody anything again, this is business. And the next thing, that was how I turned to wildfire. People were buying this, buying that, selling. And I looked at it and like, look, Lagos is saturated for this kind of business. And 2011, I made the decision of coming here.
To Accra.
So
that's why did you now, should I say, digress into auto?
When I went to the boutique business, it was boom, it was wildfire. I'm going to tell you this, probably it's not to bloat or to gloat or anything, but when I moved to Accra, the shopping complex I was, they were going to sell it, but there was no buyer. So I remember when I was signing my agreement, and the agent said, you never know, maybe now you even buy this place and things like that. Me, I was like, what am I going to sell to buy a complex? And that was February 2011. But I tell you, it went so well by November that year I bought that complex. So that was, and it was not just it was how, that tenacity, I want to do this, I want to do well, I want to make sure I make it and everything. So it was well, everything was going on well. That period too, I met my wife, we got married in 2012, we're blessed with 3 beautiful kids now. And along the line, I felt like, look, this will not just be enough. That's the part you never heard about. From there, I looked and I said, okay, fine, before even changing any route, I had a plan of building my house, my home and everything. So I started doing that and all that. I was so much interested in what we were doing in the house, because I had to make that, look, this is where I'm going to stay. The house will be very tight.
Very tight.
From there, I just did the place, and people come after everything moving in. Oh, this place is nice, wow, you did well, who did this place? I mean, yeah, my friend drew this video. I actually did supervise. I did everything. I knew my taste and everything. Oh, the next thing, I'm like, can you do something like this for me? I'm like, okay. Of course, why not? Okay, fine. I'm taking you to Lagos. So I did first house. I went to my village. I did then I think my Oba came.
Okay.
Because we were related and came to say hi and everything. Oh yes, I just gave him birth. I think I gave birth the same year I moved. Gave birth to the second son the same year I moved in. I'm like, wow, Sesan, this place is beautiful and everything. Okay, I've talked to one of our cousins. He wants to be the place, but you know now all these people are abroad. By the time you send money home, people will run away with their money. They start sending you fake pictures and things like that. So that's why I said something to you off camera, like honesty, honest service, So that was how I started doing building. I became an engineer. Just like calling me that, I'm just a marketer. I was like my dad. I could actually read plans, do everything. And I think I've built over 15 homes, And while we were doing that, Autoprobe came to be. And that's how I got into this business. One, this business is a vision I keyed into. The real owner of the vision is my dad, which is the chairman. And he was not going to go into this if I was not game. So I knew I was going to end up doing this. So whatever it is I was doing, I always had in mind that, look, when this old man retires, this is what he would like to do. So whatever I'm doing will lead me back to this place. And he retired some few years back. And it was time to kick off this dream.
That's the son.
So, and before then too, I've had some mentors in the business that I go to meet, learn, learn some trade, learn how to do these diagnostics and all of that. So coming into it was just, apart from the fact that I love cars, trust me, you wouldn't want to know, I love cars. I am a car person, when I see cars, I'm just happy.
Man, that's huge, and of course you're now a mechanic, like you said.
Yeah.
Was it off?
I still get contracts in building, but I just pass it to my friend.
Okay.
So I'm a mechanic now. Take it. You guys will know I'm a mechanic. I'm not an engineer, whatever. I love it. I'm a mechanic.
I love that.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done. I need to say. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we need to ask you what's the interesting part of being a mechanic. Until then, we'll be back.
TrepAfrica. Imagine more.
Welcome back. This is still Youngafricantrep. If you're just joining us, well, you did not miss a lot. I am with Mr. Sesan Ajetomobi, the CEO and, of course, the managing director at Autoprobe Service Limited. He's discussed about how it started. I mean, we've had a lot of intriguing story about him being a boutique person. And also, he digressed into architecture around business, where he said he has built 15 homes. This is beautiful. Now we're going to be asking him, sir, what's the interesting part of being a mechanic? Yes, I really want to know that.
Being a mechanic, the truth about it is, it's not fun.
Really?
Yeah, in the sense that, for example, now I do something. Yeah, we have. You see the Prados, 2010 Prados, I actually do upgrade them to like 2019. Do you understand? And when we finish, it becomes a masterpiece. And until you ask, you would not know, because it's not just about the exterior, even the interior.
Wow.
Do you understand? We do that, and I've got so many jobs. I mean, so many deals to do that over and over again. Those are the fun part when people say, "Oh, you've done a fantastic job. I thank you. I love your job. I love your company," and things like that. Yes, there are nice compliments here. But it's also demanding. I don't get to have much time to play. It's not going to be fun when you meet me outside and playing and your car is with me not doing well and you're going under the rain. What brings joy is just the fact that people live here happy. You hear people saying, my car's been down for 2 years. I mean, there's a vehicle in the compound now, it's been down since 2016. The owner came in some few weeks ago, I'm sorry, this, that, and under a month, guys, all and well, now we're about to paint the vehicle. You've had people come in and say, I lost my vehicle to this mechanic, we did this, they did that, and we bring the car back to life again. Like in this situation where the country is tough for you to buy new vehicles and everything, but people, I'm sorry to say, probably colleagues outside, they see it as an avenue to extort people, but I will still go back to it again. If you do a job well and it comes out well, you will make money. Leave money aside. Do the service. You will make money. So that's the interesting thing about being a mechanic. It's just it's just the smile that I saw my customers face when they leave. Like, wow, I've been going around looking for a way to fix this for years or for months, and you just did this tiny thing. Interesting.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a very interesting story, and if you know where I'm coming from, you understand that this show is actually for you people out there. So I think that's really explains my other question where I said, what's the best part? The best part is you're a solution provider.
We pride ourselves in doing quality service and as much as possible to deliver it well.
I think that brings us to the company's culture. So the company's culture is quality service. What else do you want to add?
Honesty.
So?
Value. And people like the fact that, if I go there, if I spend 3,000, 4,000, they will fix it. Probably before it gets spoiled again, another 2 weeks. Then you go back again, spend 3,000. So it starts to make you. And don't tell me that if you have a cow that you make, you won't kill the cow now. You just be making it little by little. You understand? Me, I don't want to make you. I just tell you, look, you want this problem solved? Yes or no? Say yes. Go and bring 25K. And you do it and you don't come back here for another year for that problem. If you come back, not for that problem. Now, you that is paying 3,000 every week or 4,000 every 2 weeks.
Which is better?
So you look at it. That's the thing about this our trade.
Our job. It's our work.
So
well done. Okay, I think I need to ask you. Okay, this company, I understand. When I was coming in, if you see a quick peek about the old company and all that, it's a very big company and all that, and hence I think it has quality staff. What is your company's approach to training, development, and empowerment? I think we should take it up, the training aspect.
Yeah, one thing about this company is this: we believe in capacity building. Sometimes you come here. I believe that when you move around, you would even see people from living from, I think, secondary school to university. You see them here. You actually does. I mean, during the summer break, I had a boy from primary 5 that was going to secondary school. The father was like, look, this guy is so talented, he wants to learn this, and this is the only place you can learn. I allow things like that.
Yeah, the better.
I have core members. I think I have like almost 6 or 7 core members in here. IT students, I have about 10. There was a time I was like, no, we have too many IT students, I'm going to do that. They have to write letters from their school. Like, look, the people that left here, the way you change their, because we don't just only teach the job, we teach life. We have people here, like the chairman, even after retirement, takes time to come and talk to the young ones. Teach them about what life is. It's not, I'm not just teaching them, living the life. It's different what we see these days, that people talk, motivate, but they don't actually live this life. So you see people that preach about it and live that life. So that's one. Then number 2, the society today. I don't want a situation where I want there to be many good mechanics around. Do what Autoprobe is doing. Show the world that there are better mechanics out there. Not just because you know the job, but because you are honest. Because when you tell someone that I am removing a shock absorber, I am removing it, I'm not repackaging it and giving it to that person. When you say I'm going to change this, you are not repackaging it and putting it there. You change it, show the person you change it, and your hands are clean.
TrepAfrica. Imagine more.
This is still Youngafricantrep, and I'm still with Mr. Sesan Ajetomobi, and has discussed a lot about the startup story. We started with the startup story. We started up with this approach to training and development. We started up. We've said a lot, so if you are just joining me, well, you've not missed it up, but you've missed it. Okay, so we're about to talk about the target market. Who exactly are your target market? Is it the people that can really afford you? No, I think I should not start with that. Is it the biggest cars, like the top-notch cars we have in town? Like, I don't want to mention names because they're not paying me. But I really want to know who are your target market.
So definitely any car from 1996 will come in here and we would fix it. Barely do you have cars that are older than that will want to come into this kind of workshop. We deal with much newer vehicles from like 1996 till date. So coming to our target market, people, okay, I usually analyze this to people. Have you ever tried going out on Sundays? Go out on Sundays now, go to churches, you see beautiful cars. You know, people have their Sunday vehicles, and they must obviously take care of it somewhere. They might not have problems, but they must obviously service it somewhere. I want to be that preferred company of choice. And most people that come here are like, why would I go to, we have something like this here? Why would I go to Lagos? People from Abuja, they come here. People from Ekiti, they're here. People from Benin, they come here. From Oshobo, they come here. Even from Ibadan. Actually, they go to Abeokuta to pick up. Even Lagos, I still go to Lagos to pick up cars, for us to do. So
okay. Now I understand that Autoprobe, Autoprobe.
Yeah.
I think that's the pronunciation.
Yeah, probe cars. That's your point.
I was going to ask, is the word got it from if you have Autoprobe? For now.
That's kind of nice, but I never ever thought about it.
You should pay me for that word.
Okay, we'll think about something. But the truth about it was getting a name. We actually were on it for like 2 weeks. My chairman and I coming up with different names. Once we come up with, obviously, by the time you go online, you find out that name was already used or something. So we're like, why not probe? We probe cars. We're like, yes, you see your cars. I don't think those go like Autoprobe. And we went on the internet, we couldn't see one. We ran it through CAC. There was no Autoprobe. Wow, like, okay, fine, we'll do Autoprobe. So today now you go online and just start Autoprobe. I think
it comes out.
Yeah,
of course I know.
Yeah, so and it came like, so when we come like Autoprobe. So in fact, most people outside when they say probe. So that's what they call
I love
probe.
that. Beautiful. Okay, now let's talk about some challenges because I understand. First of all, we'll take the challenges facing the company and team. Let's talk about these challenges, please.
The number one challenge you always have here is parts. Parts in the sense that we're in Ondo State. So most times we have to delay your vehicle probably like a day or two before we can get the parts in. You have to talk to Lagos. Lagos, they send the parts. Sometimes they send you the wrong parts for overzealous client customers. You have they have it, everything just because of what don't make, they send you the wrong parts, you have to send them back. Sometimes too, not just getting you the wrong parts, but the genuinity of the parts. I keep saying something. The only way you would know an original part is from the person selling it to you. No matter how you've been in this business for a long time and everything, I still need that person to come and tell me that, look, when you take a fake part, you can actually know by no, this is fake. You understand? So it's the person actually selling it. So you have to look for honest dealers that can tell you that this is this. You want this quality or this quality. So those are the challenges we face. Secondly, I think the challenge we face here is how will I put it? Like customers, not people thinking because it's an automated or auto company that your tools are supposed to tell you that something is wrong, and they don't know that most times the diagnostics tool does talk to you basically about engine and electrical, probably a little bit of body, chassis, but there are some things that you still need to go old school to do. You understand? And sometimes it takes time, it takes process. And my chairman will always say, if you jump process, the product will defect.
Okay, I love that. Wonderful. I need to tell you now. As you look back, based on different people in same line, what makes you, as the CEO of Autoprobe, different?
I think number one is education. You can never take out the role of education. Yes, and I didn't study engineering in school. My first degree was economics. Okay, second international marketing. I went to EDS, that's LBS, to do entrepreneurship and this that. But in those times, it's made me, my horizons broaden. I've seen a lot of people. I've talked to a lot of big shots. I was taught by the likes of Cosmos Madagascar's Chinese. I was taught by the likes of the owner of a garment factory, Ace Laundry, was Soulmate Earth. I'm going to tell you, if I tell you the list of names of the kind of people that have gone under their class and everything like that. So it's not just about you just opening it. So when I'm coming in, I'm doing my business. I'm doing it from a different point of view. I have access to these people that I can walk up to. I'm an alumni. And you understand? I can walk up to like, I'm facing these challenges, what they have faced over and over, and they've been able to fix and surmount. So that's what makes me, I believe, different from others. And I still tell some of my friends, look, go to Lagos business, go to this place, go and learn. You will have these things. It's not rocket science. It's just what it is there. You can't say, I know this, I've done this, I can do this. So most of them that have actually gone, they see the benefit. So for me in this line, in this mechanic, this auto line, I think that one gives me an edge, the exposure. Then number two, the willingness to learn, to always learn. It's a job that you just need to do research over and over again, different problems, different days, different challenges. So you keep learning, and the moment you think you know it all, then you start dying, So that is it. And I know when I have, that's another thing, and people don't see it. Most people don't see it as a positive thing, which it is. I know when to answer up and say, yes, I can't do this anymore. I need help.
Really?
So people find it very difficult to ask for help. And especially asking for help for people that are lower than you, or probably someone that you think you are richer or better than. Yeah. So some people have that complex. But me, when I see that it is time for me to say it's enough, please, I need help. So I am better. So if you think it's all about pride, I'm the CEO, no. Oh, well, come here. I know if you do this thing, come help me. And I keep telling people, one of the things my father taught me as the chairman, what he told me was like, the moment you learn anything, nobody can take it off your head again. Undermining whoever teaches you. So I think those are the few things. I think the way I'm structured, probably that's what sets me out in the business. And ultimately, please, I should start from that. God.
Good, I love that. Yeah, well done.
I should start from that.
Okay, now, very quickly also, if you could change anything, because this question is actually coming from one of our followers, our community of entrepreneurs. We've put it out that we're going to be having you on the show, and someone said, please can you ask Mr. Sesan, what does he understand by the word entrepreneur? I think what the person wants to know is, what does entrepreneur mean to you? Except from the general meaning of entrepreneur. What does it mean to you?
Entrepreneur means dedication.
Okay.
Passion.
Okay.
Hard work.
Okay.
Sleepless nights. Mental stress. Being broke.
Just don't mention depression.
Ability to stand up when you fall, because you are going to fall so many times. That's being an entrepreneur. You don't just stay back, you keep going at it. It's like a boxing match that has no end to the rounds, because you're going to be knocked down, you're going to stand up again, you're going to win, and you're going to enjoy it. That is what entrepreneurship is.
I love that. Well done. That is really inspiring. I mean, I need to give you an applause for that. That is beautiful. Okay, before we go to the show, so there are so many people watching us around here. Our community of entrepreneurs, people watching us from home, people watching us from everywhere, online, everywhere, even to your staffs and team members. What advice would you give to entrepreneurs? That
rush of blood that got you to start that business at first, that can make it in this business.
Adrenaline.
Yeah. You keep looking for it every morning when you wake up. Because the moment you don't get it again, you get tired and you're going to fade away. So, if you want to progress, you want to succeed, every morning you wake up, you stand up, that rush that I can make it, I'm going to do this business, I'm going to excel in this business, That is the only thing. That's what keeps us going. That's what keeps us going. It's not, yes, I think what backs it up is the money you now make. But there's sometimes you're not going to make money. You're not always going to make money. In fact, sometimes you're going to lose money. But you see, because you see a future, you see hope. You already mapped out, you already have a vision, you already mapped out your mission. Just keep going at it, run at it, give it your best shot. If you finally get to lose it, it's not because you have not tried. So you keep going at it, I think that's the best advice I can give.
Okay guys, that's it on Youngafricantrep TV series today. It was fun all the way. I distilled a lot and I learned a lot from Mr. Sesan Ajetomobi today. It was nice to know that there is actually a company called Autoprobe Service Limited who deals in cars that if you have given up on yourself, instead of saving money to go and buy a new car, that car, before you go and sell it to that mechanic and that mechanic tells you it's not good, don't be like me, Modella. Bring your car to Autoprobe. Yeah, I think their website, we didn't talk about your website.
www.autoprobe.com.ng.
That's it, www.autoprobe.com.ng. Go and check. I think you should feed your eyes enough and see everything about them. That's it on Youngafricantrep. One more time, I remain Modella. I want to say a big thank you to everybody for keep subscribing on our YouTube channel at TrepAfrica, on Instagram for following us, for liking us, for comments, for all the views. You people making put in my best. And of course on Facebook at TrepAfrica. Thank you guys for everything you've done. For those of you who are yet to subscribe, you better just now go on YouTube and watch more of the videos we've done at TrepAfrica, and of course on Instagram, follow us at TrepAfrica, Facebook at TrepAfrica, on Twitter, please, at TrepAfrica, tweet about what you see and what you've heard, and of course what you've actually experienced, and above all, what you've learned on this show. Until I see you next time, be young and imaginative.
TrepAfrica. Imagine more.